Hello students, welcome to Math and Magic. For this video, we are going to solve 3 challenging problems from different math competitions in the Philippines. This is for junior high school level. For item number 1, find the sum of the rational series 1 over 2 times 4 plus 1 over 3 times 5 plus 1 over 4 times 6 plus and so on and so forth plus 1 over 13 times 15. Now, when solving this kind of rational series, we need to form a structure in order for us to make a formula. Let's set one of the numbers in the denominator be equal to k. And notice for the denominator of each rational number, the number being multiplied or the multiplier is always 2 more than the multiplicand. So here we could have 1 over k times k plus 2. Now the goal is to separate these two denominators in order for us to simplify the problem. So here we could have 1 over k and 1 over k plus 2. Getting the LCD, that's k times k plus 2. The numerator now of the first rational number would be k plus 2. Then the numerator for the second rational number is k. Now we need to remove the variable k in the numerator. So here, the operation that we could use is subtraction. K can be cancelled out. Hence, we have 2 over k times k plus 2. But as you have noticed, that is still not the same with the initial structure, which is 1 over k times k plus 2. So what we need to do is to multiply any constant value. So in this case, that is 1 half. Multiplying 1 half will yield to 1 over k times k plus 2. This equation is equivalent to 1 half of quantity 1 over k minus 1 over k plus 2. Rewriting the values in terms of this formula, we will have 1 half times quantity 1 half minus 1 fourth plus 1 third minus 1 over 5 plus 1 fourth minus 1 over 6 plus 1 over 5 minus 1 over 7 plus and so on and so forth up to plus 1 over 13 minus 1 over 15. Now, as you have noticed, there are rational numbers that we can cancel out, like negative 1/4 and positive 1/4, negative 1/5 and positive 1/5, negative 1/6 and positive 1/6, and so on and so forth. What remains now inside the symbol of grouping are positive 1 half plus positive 1 third minus 1 over 14 minus 1 over 15. Getting the LCD of 2, 3, 14, and 15, we have 210. We divide 210 by 2, that is 105. Then we multiply it by the numerator 1, that is 105. For 1/3, same process will be applied. 210 divided by 3, that is 70, times 1, so we have positive 70. 210 divided by 14, that is 15, times negative 1, that is now negative 15. 210 divided by 15, that is 14, times negative 1, that is minus 14. Combining all of the values in the numerator, we have 146, then the denominator is 210. Multiplying this value by 1 half gives a product of 73 over 210. Hence, the sum of this rational series is 73 over 210. For our second item, simplify the ratio quantity 8 factorial plus 7 factorial times quantity 6 factorial plus 5 factorial times quantity 4 factorial plus 3 factorial times quantity 2 factorial plus 1 all over quantity 8 factorial minus 7 factorial times quantity 6 factorial minus 5 factorial times quantity 4 factorial minus 3 factorial times quantity 2 factorial minus 1. Recall that factorial is a product of all counting numbers from 1 up to n, or the indicated number. For this problem, we can simply use factoring. 8 factorial plus 7 factorial has a common factor of 7 factorial. Extracting that value, we'll now have 7 factorial times quantity 8 plus 1. Doing the same on the rest of the factors, we'll have 5 factorial times 6 plus 1, 3 factorial times 4 plus 1 times 3. 2 factorial is 2 plus 1, so that gives a value of 3. All over 7 factorial times quantity 8 minus 1, 5 factorial times quantity 6 minus 1. 3 factorial times quantity 4 minus 1. Here, notice that 7 factorial, 5 factorial, 3 factorial appeared both in the numerator and in the denominator. Hence, we can cancel them out. What remains now are 8 plus 1, which is 9, times 6 plus 1, that is 7. 4 plus 1 would be 5, then times 3. All over, 8 minus 1 is 7, 6 minus 1 is 5, 4 minus 1 is 3. So, in the numerator, we have 9 times 7 times 5 times 3. For the denominator, we have 7 times 5 times 3. 7, 5, and 3 also both appeared in the numerator and the denominator. Hence, when dividing, those three terms may be cancelled out. So, the value of this ratio is positive 9. For our third example, if 3 raised to 2019 plus 3 raised to 2019 plus 3 raised to 2019 plus and so on and so forth plus 3 raised to 2019, which is composed of 2019 terms, will be equal to 2019 times 27 raised to x. What is the value of x? In this example, notice that 3 raised to 2019 appeared 2019 times. So hence, if we are going to factor 3 raised to 2019, that would be the same with 3 raised to 2019 times quantity 2019. That is 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on and so forth up to 2019. That is now equal to 2019. For 27 raised to x, we can rewrite 27 in terms of its prime base. So that is 3 raised to 3x. Now, dividing both sides of the equation by 2019, we will have 3 raised to 2019 be equal to 3 raised to 3x. Now, since both sides of the equation have the same basis, we can now equate its exponents. 2019 will be equal to 3x. So, hence, the value of x for this item is 673. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. God bless.